Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Black and Blue Smash Ultimate 1v1 tournament taking place here in 2020. I am Parasloth, and this is the second match of the tournament to be contested between Max and Blonde. Now, Max has just come off the back of a defeat to Black, but a very promising defeat. Yeah, he performed quite well, I think. Hang on, just 1 second. So we're just waiting on Jack to get his act together and select the stage, even though he doesn't actually need to. So yeah, Max performed very well last night, and he definitely made his way in as a true contender. Blonde, however, going to be coming into this hungry. It's been a very long time since anyone took part in a competitive event, but he's got that competitive hunger. This is his game. His brother is reigning champion, and he will be looking to right that wrong in this tournament that his brother won't be taking part in. So here we go, round one. Max will be returning to play on Terry, and Blonde will be on Cloud. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So straight off the bat, it's Max getting the first few hits in. I would wager Blonde a little bit more rusty. It might take him a little bit to get into this. 60% damage already for Max. Blonde still not landing a single hit. Wait. Okay, we have a issue. Apparently someone did not set the stage up correctly. So yeah, items are completely banned, stage interactions are banned, everything's banned. And so yeah, this is going to be a forfeit for both players, so this round won't count. I bet Blonde probably had a panic attack when he first saw that item, even though he was the one to use it. Alright, while we're waiting, I'm going to get some better music on. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. So we're just waiting for Max to get things sorted out with the rule sets, and then we'll get back into it. But that's going to be a detriment to Max, I think, because he was starting off very well there. Blonde is going to know that things... he's going to know what to expect now. He's going to be more ready for what's about to come. So I think Max has maybe fucked himself over a little bit there for what could have been a very good start. But regardless, we get back into the fights. Round one, once again. So, same characters, same stage, just with no items this time. Okay. Here we go.
2, 1, go! Away!
Max does get the first hit and is already off the bat doing just as well as he did in the last attempt. However, Blonde gets a hit in. Cloud, a much heavier, slower character, I think. Max definitely getting a few more hits in. Both players playing a little bit defensively here with lots of shields being shown. Lots of dodging, not many hits going on, but Max landing a good few licks there in on Cloud, on Blonde, who is struggling a little bit here. Blonde now sitting at 82% damage, Max only at 8%. Blonde really struggling to land a hit here. Completely whiffs that attack, what could have been quite good. Missing all his hits, and I don't know what Max just did, but it was very fancy. Over 100% damage now for Blonde. Max still hasn't taken a hit since that time early on. Max is actually, at this point, bullying Blonde. Blonde cannot get a single hit in. 150% damage, near enough, and that is the first stock gone from Blonde, and he is really struggling here today. He still hasn't landed a hit on Max since that initial attack, and Max is out here doing more and more damage to him. He's already at such a massive advantage, and it's only going to get bigger. Oh, he's landed a hit! Blonde finally managed to get another second hit in, and a third. Okay, he's getting back into this match now. Max, however, at a significant advantage already. It's going to take a very, very big miracle now for Blonde to get back into the fight, even as early as this point. Max sends Blonde flying, nowhere near enough to send him off to the stage, but he's definitely in control here. Blonde currently sitting at 94% damage. Max at only 66%. Oh, Max, dangerous. Very dangerous, Max! What have you done? No! And it's a suicide from Max. That was really, really bad timing. Still at a significant advantage, but now both players on 2 stocks each. Blonde sitting at 107% damage. Max hasn't been touched yet on his second stock. Max, however, responds immediately and sends Blonde flying. Blonde now down to his final stock, and he's barely landed more than 5 hits in this entire round. Max is completely bullying him. Max again risking suicide there, but just manages to pull it off. Max is dominating this matchup, and if it hadn't been for that initial suicide by Max, this could very well go on to be a 3-0 sweep. As it stands, we're looking at a 3-1 victory. Blonde sitting at 102% damage. Max doing extremely well here. 58% damage, 72 now. Blonde trying to get a hit in, but he's got to do a lot more than that if he wants to start improving. There is pretty much no hope for Blonde at this point. It's just a matter of when Max can do it, and if he can do it with a 3-1 victory. Remember, all kills counts towards your final score to get into the semi-finals. Max now putting Blonde at 161% damage. Blonde fighting on, but Max just won't let him recover. Blonde desperately holding on to his final stock. A big couple of hits there, though, from Blonde. Finally getting a few licks in. Max now nearing 100% damage, but it won't matter because Max smashes Blonde off the screen and wins the first round, 3-1. Could very easily have been a 3-0 sweep, I think, had Max not performed that suicide, but still an extremely good round from the man who lost yesterday. Now, with only 2 rounds remaining to take his first point of the tournament, Blonde we need to do something very good to get back into this. Not really sure what we're waiting on. Oh, sorry, we're waiting on picking stage. Blonde has unsurprisingly picked Battlefield. Don't expect much variety from him. So, Blonde has got a lot to do to get back into this fight. However, it is far from over. If there's anyone who can get back into this, it's him. I think we're ready to go, and he has switched characters to Guy. Corin? No. Who is it? Crom. That's the one. I just could not remember his name. Terry versus Crom. Now I wonder if Blonde will be able to do a bit better with a faster character that might be able to go up against Terry. Cloud is seriously getting outplayed. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Blonde needs to get back into this. Max can go to match point if he wins here. It is going to be Blonde who gets the first hit. Both players playing very defensively, letting the shields do the talking at the moment. Max gets a good hit in though. Ooh, nice damage. 42% on Blonde so far. Blonde struggling to land hits in, but just as I say that, he gets a couple more. Max is taking serious advantage here though. The game's a bit more even right off the bat. The switch to Crom has really benefited Blonde so far. And there, you can see this is a far, far, far more even fight than the one before. The character switch definitely inspired. Now, Blonde briefly was in charge of this match, or at least he was at a damage advantage over Max, but that has now ended. Oh, no, it's back again. This is much more like it. This is much more what we expect to see from players of this caliber in Tabog. Blonde with a small advantage now of about 25 damage percentage, but Max fighting back. Ooh, big hit there from Blonde to send Max flying off the edge of the stage. Not quite enough to finish him off, however. Max sitting at 120% damage. 95 for Blonde. Big hit from Blonde. Max now desperately clinging on to his first stock, but not much longer. He's down. Blonde takes the first stock, sitting at 95% damage. He needs to take advantage of this. Max, not in a terrible position, but needs to stop taking damage. Good shield there from Max. Can't quite land a good hit on Blonde at the moment. Blonde's shield timing has been near perfect. He's definitely taking control of this second round. Big hit though, and he sends Blonde flying, smashing against the screen, and both players are now on their second stock. Max at only a 30% disadvantage of damage, now even smaller. Blonde still getting in a few good licks though. Max is struggling to land and get back to safety. Juggled about by Blonde here, who has now pushed Max up to 73% damage, sitting at only 17% damage himself. Max is really struggling here. He's going to have to focus and get back into this fight. But Blonde juggling Max all over the place, up to 106% damage. Max getting a few good hits in, but he's still a long way away from recovering and getting back into this fight. Ooh, good deflection there, but not quite enough to pull off the counter. Blonde sends Max flying once more, 115% damage. He can't take too many more of those hits. Max is getting hits in, but they're too weak. 127% damage. He very nearly went out there. 137 very nearly went out. Oh, 145. He is really dicing with death here. Max just not doing enough here. He's struggling to get down to the ground. 156% damage. Once more, flies off, and he has lost his second stock. Max down to his final stock with Blonde at 65% damage on his second. He's really going to have some great moments to get back into this now. Max not looking very good in this second round. However, Blonde now sitting 123% damage. Very good hit there from Max. Not quite enough to finish Blonde off, however. He's going to have to get rid of this second stock fast if he wants to have any chance of winning this round. He can't let Blonde get too much damage on him. But damage is rising, 41%, 142% on Blonde, not enough to kill him. That was, though, we are now at one stock each for each player. However, Max at a 67% damage disadvantage is going to have to get in a lot of hits and protect himself very well if he wants to win this round. That's a good start, though. Now, Blonde sitting at 29% damage. However, Max, 93% damage. Really, this battle is very much in Blonde's favor right now, and he's getting some big hits on, sending Max flying. Ooh, this is close stuff. Max, though, really struggling here. He just can't find the consistency he needs to beat Blonde. Good hits, though. 60% damage on Blonde. But he's at 130% damage himself, Max. He's one good hit from Blonde is going to end it. Oh, okay, he's closing the gap. 86% damage on Blonde. There's a deficit of about 50% here. Blonde. No! Blonde, what have you done? What did you do, Blonde? No! Oh, Blonde! He completely papagas, throws himself off the edge, and loses despite having the advantage. Oh, that's rough. That is very rough. Blonde had a definite advantage there and was by far, the most likely to win that round, and had a horrible moment there where he ended up committing suicide and losing his final stock. So Max will take the round and is now on match point. One more round. And he will go through with a point after losing against Black last night. Well, Blonde will start his campaign with a loss. However, everything's still to play for here tonight. That's very unlucky for Blonde. He's going to have to win 3 rounds in a row if he wants to get back into this. We're just deliberating with Blonde to see if he wants to change stage. Might switch to Final Destination. Maybe. Even though I think the extra platforms of Battlefield are actually working to his advantage. Max has been struggling to get back down on the ground. He's sticking with Battlefield. I think that's a good idea on his part. He's also sticking with Crom. I think if he can avoid another suicide, he can win this round. He was looking like he was going to beat Max, but Max is doing incredibly well here today as well. So, big moments for Blonde here. It's worth remembering that last time we played a 1v1 Smash tournament, which was nearly a year ago, Blonde actually came second to last in the tournament. He was pretty awful. Lost to a lot of people. I think he only managed to beat Quick in the end. So he's looking for revenge, but he is playing well, but the results are not showing it at the moment. Blonde now sitting at 70% damage already. 83%, 94%. Max bullying Blonde at the moment. 120% damage. We've barely started. It's only been 20 seconds. Oh, he's killed him already in less than 30 seconds. Max has already taken Blonde's first stock off him. And now Blonde in a desperate situation to save this match. Sitting at 31% damage, Max at only 11. Max is absolutely toying with Blonde at the moment. 66% damage. There's nothing Blonde can do. He's missing so many hits. Max struggling Blonde struggling so much here. Max absolutely bullying Blonde. He's only taken 30% damage this entire time in the minute we've played, and yet already on his second stock, Blonde is sitting at 123% damage. There is no way Blonde gets back into this. He has started this round dreadfully, and there is no way he gets back into this. Massive hit from Black sends Blonde screaming off the edge of the screen, and Blonde already in just over a minute on his final stock, fighting back. But at this point, you have to imagine it's just too little, too late. He has not been able to do what he needed to do, get back into this match, and he will lose here tonight. But just how much will he lose by? And if Max can get a 3-0 here tonight in this round, it will be absolutely brilliant for him after losing last night to get that KD ratio back up. He will actually briefly move to the top of the leaderboard. Albeit with a game over Black. I think we're going to play Black Blonde after this. I don't know. Max. Both players sitting at around about the same amount of damage. Good hit there from Blonde. Blonde at 95% damage on his final stock. I don't know what happened there, but Max has 3-0 swept Blonde in the final round and will take his first point of the tournament. 3-0 overall. That was a masterclass. Absolutely destroyed Blonde in every aspect. Well, it was close for a while. Blonde really screwed himself over in the second round, however. And the third round was just poor all over the place. Brilliant from Max, though. Really good, building off of what we saw yesterday. Great start for him, and he now moves to the top of the leaderboard, albeit on a technicality, mostly. But anyway, still, thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We will join you with the next match. I don't know if Blonde's going to be up for playing Black at the moment because he's having a lot of complaints of lag. We'll see about it, but if we do or if we don't, we will see you next time.